Most diabetic recipes are about as tasty as the paper they're printed on. As a diabetic myself, I searched for years to find a quality cookbook that would not only help me create quick, easy and satisfying meals, but ones that tasted great and were safe for me. I had no luck. For years, I scoured the web, bookstores, and libraries to find any cooking resources that would make my life easier and the food I ate more enjoyable. Again, I had very little luck. And, for years, I knocked on the doors of established dietitians, chefs, and restaurants to see if they had any special recipes that would help me take the boring out of every meal. I was met with more closed doors than I care to remember. I was shocked at how few cookbooks, recipes or even interesting food ideas are out there for diabetics. It seemed that the doctors are more interested in telling you what you cannot eat, than shedding light on what you can. It seemed that cookbook publishers must think there's not a big enough demand, so they don't bother creating quality resources. And almost everybody else involved in the food industry seemed okay with just repackaging the same old boring recipes that have been around for decades. To say I was disheartened by what I found, or didn't find, is a total understatement. It seemed to me that eating should not have to be so hard for diabetics. But, sadly, it is. When you break it down, the problem you're facing shouldn't be that difficult to solve. You or your loved one has diabetes. You want to be able to eat as good as, or better, than you ever have before. Or at least find recipes that don't taste awful. And, you want to be shown exactly how to create simple, fast and mouth-watering dishes without having to convert traditional recipes into diabetic-safe ones. That's not too much to ask, is it? But, you have no idea how to get started. And, that's a problem. Or, if you do have an idea how to begin, you're overwhelmed by everything it'll take to do the conversions, substitutions, and exchanges to make your recipes safe. That's a problem, too. It feels like a ton of work, doesn't it? Particularly if you can't afford to spend all day in the kitchen every day. And who has that kind of free time? First of all, go easy on yourself. If you're feeling any of these things, you're definitely not alone. Just like you, diabetics everywhere are faced with this same sort of challenges at every meal. Especially if you're newly diagnosed, it's not like you ever had to think about these types of things before, so it's hard to even know where you're supposed to start, right? But, the good news is, you don't have to settle for cardboard food. You don't have to struggle to make something that tastes great and is good for you. That's because you can finally treat yourself to the taste you deserve. When I saw how little was out there for diabetics, I decided to make a difference. I decided to create the world's best diabetic cookbook. Go big or go home, right? I decided to develop a cooking resource filled with so many amazing recipes that it would blow your mind and delight your tummy. So you could eat better than almost everybody else in the world, every day. As a result, over the past 3 years, I've worked with a team of incredible dietitians, chefs and food lovers to create a compendium of the most delicious diabetic-friendly recipes ever gathered in one place. I want you to experience what eating truly great food every day can feel like. I don't want you to have to struggle with the same obstacles as you do now. And I don't want you to waste your time searching for hit-or-miss recipes all over the web. So, with much trial and error, I created a best-in-class cookbook that is filled with easy-to-make mouth-watering recipes that will show you everything you need to know to quickly begin cooking like a gourmet pro, all while being totally diabetic-friendly. Now, you can discover how easy it can be to start enjoying your meals again. Without the stress, without the worry, and without the fear. That's why I'm excited to introduce you to the Ultimate Diabetic Cookbook. 250+ quick, easy and delicious recipes. Mean no more cardboard for you. Skeptics argue that a diabetic-friendly cookbook that was filled with hundreds of great-tasting recipes was a ridiculous idea. Boy, did I prove them all wrong. The Ultimate Diabetic Cookbook contains over 297 pages of lip-smacking, diabetic-friendly recipes. Guaranteed ways to quickly and easily start cooking scrumptious recipes starting today. Fun and simple dishes that will take your cooking from just okay to out of this world. Little known secrets to effortless delectable meals that the whole family will love. Easy ways to transform your favorite pre-diabetic dishes without losing any of the taste. Quick exchanges and conversions already done for you. Surefire ways to begin eating tasty meals that will eliminate all your fears about getting it right. How to avoid icky cardboard diabetic food once and for all. The essential staple ingredients you need that will allow you to create award-winning dishes on a moment's notice. Even if you haven't been to the grocery store in days. Plus, you'll have everything you need to lose those few extra pounds, too. Good eating comes with benefits. In this amazing 297-page book, you'll uncover all kinds of exciting cooking and eating tips. Everything from how to make satisfying breakfasts to jaw-dropping desserts and fancy drinks. Unless, of course, rich chocolate souffles, almond apricot biscotti and refreshing mojitos don't sound good to you. This all-in-one cookbook offers unlimited health-conscious ways for you to finally enjoy food once again. With this one cookbook, you will equip yourself with the tools necessary to transform any recipe into a delectably diabetic-friendly masterpiece. The days of constant worry, boring foods and dreading cooking are over. It's time to start living the good life with the Ultimate Diabetic Cookbook. With the Ultimate Diabetic Cookbook, you'll quickly discover what you've been missing in your diet. And you'll know that you never have to go back to the way you were eating ever again. Especially when you learn that you're not dreaming. This cookbook has it all. This breakthrough new cookbook is made just for diabetics who want to eat great meals, but have to pay close attention to every ingredient to be safe. If you're a diabetic, or even if you just want to start eating better with recipes that will flavorfully blow away your taste buds, this cookbook will help you start being healthier and happier beginning today. Shortly after you start using it, people might even start calling you chef, because when they take a bite of any of the over 250 delicious recipes you'll instantly be able to cook up, they'll think you're a genius. The Ultimate Diabetic Cookbook single-handedly gives you exactly what you need to create the daily and weekly meal plan of your dreams, without any of the wasted time searching for recipes for every meal. It is guaranteed to help you permanently change the way you eat forever, in the best possible way, starting in just minutes. This is the answer you've been looking for. All in one place. So simple to use. In fact, critics and professional chefs around the world have applauded the recipes and valuable information found in the Ultimate Diabetic Cookbook as being one of a kind, 5 stars, dummy-proof, and so simple to make that anybody can use them to cook remarkable meals. And best of all, you don't have to know a thing. The Ultimate Diabetic Cookbook shows you everything. Even if you don't have much experience in the kitchen and are still struggling with your illness, you can discover the secrets to cooking like a pro right now. That means you do not have to be a good cook, have a deep knowledge of ingredients, or any special skills. In fact, even if you rarely cook today, the Ultimate Diabetic Cookbook will change everything. That's because I made this cookbook so simple to use that anybody can make any of the recipes it contains, quickly and easily. And for a limited time only, I'm offering it to you at a huge discount. More on this amazing deal in a moment. There is no better time than right now to begin living a better life. Free yourself from the food burden that has weighed on you for so long. Can you imagine? Food that actually tastes great? Take a closer look at what's included. The Ultimate Diabetic Cookbook is filled from start to finish with the recipes you need to make your taste buds and tummy happy again. Take a sneak peek at what's included in this 297-page monster of a cookbook. Over 250 of the most delicious recipes you could ever imagine. More than 25 savory soups and stews that will make your mouth water just reading about them, such as the Fresh Garden Stew, the Morning Harvest Soup, and dozens of other oh-so decadent delights. 25 plus fresh salads and veggie combos that will make anybody, even those who don't like salads, ask for seconds. A host of snacks that will leave all of your guests asking for more. Over 80 meat, chicken and fish recipes that will remind you of your favorite restaurant. At a fraction of the price. Yummy in your tummy recipes that use your most loved grains, legumes, and pastas that are guaranteed to leave you with a smile. Dozens of winning non-alcoholic and alcoholic as well as cold and hot beverages that are surprisingly easy to make, but taste gourmet. More than 25 delectable desserts that taste sinfully delicious, including melting peach crumble, apple cranberry pie, and the always popular grilled angel food cake. And too many more tasty recipes to mention here. The Ultimate Diabetic Cookbook is filled with life-changing recipes. When you get your hands on a copy, you can expect to experience food in an entirely new way. Immediately you'll see that this is unlike any other cookbook. But, more importantly, you'll also see how easy and fun it can be to cook again. It's a type of relief that only people suffering with diabetes, like you, will truly understand. And you'll soon experience an entirely different kind of relief when you see why there's no risk to you with our ironclad, money-back guarantee. There's simply no other cookbook in the world that matches the benefits of the Ultimate Diabetic Cookbook. You owe it to yourself to get a copy, especially since you don't want to make the same mistakes that so many other diabetics do. It's a sad fact of our times that there is a ton of misinformation out there about diabetes and healthy eating. Nowadays it seems that everyone, from doctors to chefs and everybody in between, is confused about what you can and cannot eat. The status quo solution has been for the experts to focus on all the foods you cannot eat and to offer you a very, very small list of foods that you can eat. This kind of fear-based approach is exactly why there are so few innovative and great-tasting recipes out there. Nobody wants to take the time and effort to make a really valuable resource for you. And that's why you're here today searching for a cookbook that can really make a difference in your life. But now you have an important choice to make. You can either keep living like so many other diabetics with a poor selection of food choices, the boring meals you've been eating ever since you were diagnosed. And the limited number of ingredients you were led to believe were the only ones you could choose from. Or you can take advantage of a groundbreaking new cookbook that will totally change the very way you think about food forever, with great tasting recipes, snack ideas, and helpful hints that will open up a totally new way of eating and enjoying food that you thought was lost forever. The choice really is yours, but please believe me when I say this is your one chance to do something really very special for yourself. Hey, let's be honest here. Living with diabetes isn't ideal. But you're making the best of it and will come out a winner no matter what, right? Right. By taking advantage of the opportunity to make one part of your illness easier, your diet, you are telling yourself and the world that you're worth it. You finally have a real chance to do something really, really special for yourself. And it begins and ends with food. This is your chance to change the way you think about food, and eat, forever. To stop settling for food that tastes like cardboard. To stop thinking about food as just carbs or starches or sugars. To truly begin eating gourmet food that is super simple to make. You don't have to believe what others tell you. You can eat well. You don't have to limit yourself. You can learn the secrets of cooking diabetic-friendly food that will allow you to spend less time worrying about what you can and cannot eat and more time with your family and friends doing what you want to do. With the Ultimate Diabetic Cookbook you can single-handedly do all this and more. This is your one chance to really change the way you eat. Even if you've had no idea how to make a reality before now. The cookbook gives you all the tools you need, plus the reassurance you're doing it right. It'll fill you with the confidence you need to cook like a star starting immediately. Still not sure if the ultimate diabetic cookbook is right for you? Perhaps you need a good reason to buy? I'll give you 5 great ones. With so many so-called diabetic-friendly products flooding the market right now, you need to know exactly what separates this cookbook from the rest. Here are the top 5 reasons why you need to buy this cookbook if you really want to eat the best tasting and healthiest recipes anywhere. It's the only truly diabetic-friendly cookbook that contains page after page of the most flavorful, delicious and nutritious recipes ever gathered in one place. Regretfully, other cookbooks on the market are filled with a rehash of random recipes that just don't taste good. Plus, they don't contain anywhere close to the level of testing that our recipes have undergone in our test kitchen. Reveals the secrets to creating amazing diabetic-friendly meals that you can use starting right now. Top chefs have known about these secret ways to combine foods for the biggest bang for decades. Now these amazing cooking tips, tricks and techniques will give you exclusive access to better breakfasts, lunches and dinners with no extra time spent slaving away in the kitchen. Takes the guesswork out of cooking. Unlike other cookbooks, you'll never have to wonder if your recipes are safe for diabetics. That means you'll have ultimate peace of mind because you know every meal is not only safe, but it's also scrumptious and ready to serve in the shortest amount of time possible. The Ultimate Diabetic Cookbook doesn't contain recipes that just sound good, it is filled with meal after meal that will make everybody in your family happy. Guarantees you'll never have to eat cardboard-tasting food again. Many cookbooks out there only contain basic recipes. That's fine for what it is. But, you need a cookbook that goes far beyond basic. You deserve a cookbook that has every meal, snack, appetizer, dessert, and even beverages, covered. The Ultimate Diabetic Cookbook lets you eat the types of foods you thought were off-limits forever. Shows anybody how simple it is to update any of your favorite recipes into ones that you and the whole family can eat. No more endless searching for recipes that will work. No more settling for just okay. No more frustration or disappointment with the boring, the blah or the downright inedible. Don't waste your time with generic cookbooks that just don't work. With the Ultimate Diabetic Cookbook you can, no matter how good of a cook you are now, start cooking like a pro in no time at all.